Where my haters, where my haters. I don't got 'em, I'm not famous, no. It don't matter what my name is, I don't got one, I'm not famous, no. And I don't hate it, no. You never heard of me, or the weird shit I do and say. That's my favorite thing, that I'm not famous, no. And I'm never on TV, throwing up on an LA street. Nobody judges me, cause I'm not famous, no. Paparazzi, you're turning all time low. Paparazzi, they don't care where I go. Where my haters, I don't got 'em, I'm not famous, no. It don't matter what my name is, I don't got one, I'm not famous, no. And I don't hate it, no. I'm not famous, no. I'm not famous, no. I'm not famous, no. And I don't hate it, no. You never overheard that I blew 20 grand on shirts. Nobody knows my quirks, cause I'm not famous, no. Everyone got their habits, but you'll never hear what mine is. Best thing about my life is I'm not famous, no. Paparazzi, you're turning all time low. Paparazzi, they don't care where I go. Where my haters, I don't got 'em, I'm not famous, no. It don't matter what my name is, I don't got one, I'm not famous, no. And I don't hate it, no. I'm not famous, no. I'm not famous, no. I'm not famous, no. And I don't hate it, no. Hate it, hate it, no. Hate it, hate it. Where my haters, I don't got 'em, I'm not famous, no. It don't matter what my name is, I don't got one, I'm not famous, no. And I don't hate it, no. I'm not famous, no. I'm not famous, no. I'm not famous, no. And I don't hate it, no. I don't hate it, no. I'm not famous, no.
Hello, hello. Ah.
Gangster.
Alright, I'm here.
doing the typical Cockney Jason Statham whisper.
Okay, sorry.
That's right, yeah. I
joined
do
the
my
channel
best
and then
to
all
throw
your
on,
voices just
you know,
came through my
the
TV. It was
country
terrifying.
accent. I'm not very good at it.
No, one of my closest friends is the most South London person you'll ever meet in your entire life, and so I've kind of picked up. Well, no, he's I love him to pieces, but you couldn't get anybody more South London than him. And it's not South London, it's South London, spelled S-A-R-F.
Yeah.
It's North London and South London.
That's right. It's Screw THs. We don't need that sound. Just make it an F. It's fine.
Exactly.
All right. And there's SQ. All right, cool. All right, so we're just waiting on Kurosi to make his way to us. I guess he's stuck in a little bit of traffic, but he will be there. Momentarily, at least. But with that, we will kind of kick it off a little bit as you guys are getting into. There we go. We want that. Getting into the port of the town of Redsmith.
Yeah.
Let's just check with Kurosi, see where he's at. How long do you... Right, so we got... we just need Mr. Reginald. I assume you're popping into... Oh, there we go. I assume you're popping into Roll20 momentarily.
Okay, that's much better.
There we go. Oh, we have Kurosi.
Cool.
Kurosi says 10-15 minutes, so we can push along with a little bit of role playing before then. Not too long. Although who spoke?
But by the way, just before we actually start, has anybody ever told you that your profile picture looks like a younger version of Doug Bradley?
Doug.
He's the guy who played Pinhead in Hellraiser.
Yes, I am aware of that. Yes, no one's ever made that connection, I suppose. But now that I think of it, he does have rather large ears that stick out very much like mine. And yes, I guess we have a very similar sort of Kevin Bacon nose. I guess, yeah. That profile picture is genuinely me. So.
Yeah, no, which is great, and but definitely a much younger version. But when I saw that, I thought I must say something because it just struck me.
That means I am at least.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I need to fix something.
What you got to do? That just means that at least within another 10 years or so, I'm a shoo-in for the reboot.
Yes, you have
you would think so.
Right, I would think so. Right, I mean they are. They end up whenever they do a remake, they always end up having characters that or actors that kind of look like the original people in the original movie. Which is what's the point if you're going to remake?
Yeah, often, yeah.
But yeah, I mean I am a background actor, so I could level up.
Yeah, hell, why not? I mean, to be honest, to be honest with you, there are very few remakes of films that should ever be allowed to see the light of day, in my opinion.
That is right.
I can't genuinely think of any films that where the remake is actually better than.
I'm gonna say Red Dawn. That's the only one I liked.
Even still,
I haven't seen the remake.
It's very good.
Well, even still for me, it's like. If you're doing a remake, you're basically just telling the story again, but in sort of modern times. But we didn't like the story because it was based in that modern. We liked the story because of the story itself, and things like for me, the Jumanji film. With Robin Williams, I loved that because it was here's the thing that happened and there it is. The thing is ended. We don't need any more. Then all of a sudden the Rock has to be in a movie with the jungle, right? So they heard they were making a movie about a jungle, so the Rock was already in there.
And they made two. They made two of them.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you all guys know that movie with the Rock in it that he's in the jungle. You know that one.
All of them.
I'm aware of its existence.
Like every movie The Rock is in.
It's not a film that I have chosen to spend any of my time watching.
Well, any film that involves a jungle as its main setting, The Rock Dwayne Johnson seems to be like the guy.
The guy.
Yeah, well,
cool
certainly recently, anyway.
Terrible lines.
Oh yeah, there we go. Lee just there dropped a picture there. There we go. Check that out. Check out that bad boy.
Ah,
I suppose. I mean, we do both have blue eyes, but and sort of brownish hair and big ears. I suppose.
It's also kind of the shape of the face as well.
It is. Yeah, I do have extra bits of jowls. That does that seems rather okay.
extra bits.
And all you have to get, you've got to get the certain lines down though. There are certain classic pinhead lines like "Your suffering will be legendary, even in hell," which is one of my favourite lines from the Hellraiser movies. Don't cry, girl.
Predict what's
Don't
going to
waste good
strike a
suffering.
collective psych. I love that bit. All right.
No, I'm a huge Clive Barker fan. So if you liked Hellraiser and you haven't read any of Clive Barker's stuff, he wrote a bunch of short stories which were collected in a series of volumes called the Books of Blood, which are excellent. And his first horror novel, The Damnation Game, I think is his best horror novel. Really,
I think with the
really
Books of
good.
Blood, I think I've only read like volume 1 and 2. I haven't really got sort of
Right.
much into it, but yeah, I know. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, no, I really loved his short stories. I love The Hellbound Heart, which is the novella that Hellraiser was based upon.
Yes.
And I then I read Damnation Game, and I loved that. And then subsequent stuff after that, whilst good, for me never quite reached the Damnation Game. For me was just brilliant. And then he did some other stuff afterwards, Imagica and etc., more fantasy stuff. That was pretty good as well. But yeah, no, I'm generally not a huge fan of the horror genre in literature, but some of it, especially well written stuff, I really enjoy, and he writes really well.
All right.
Anyway, enough of me rambling.
I could go on myself. All right. Let's see where we are at. We have all, or at least all of you, have just recently embarked onto the town of Redsmith, where you all have noticed various signs indicating that the year is much earlier than you recall leaving it. It seems that all of you have
also-
somehow been zapped back in time. This location.
Also there's a harvest festival that's about to kick off very soon, isn't there?
Correct. That's right. There is. It is the first day of Marpanoth, and usually the harvest festival is usually within the middle of the month or so.
Okay, so it's pretty soon. Also, you mentioned that there was the red and yellow banner with the crossed swords was also all over the place as well.
Correct. This fun thing here. Yes.
That was the one. Yeah.
This is the flag of Redsmith, as it were,
Right.
as it shall
So
be.
basically, so all the official, I suppose all the official government buildings or the local palace will be flying flags off flagpoles outside it, that sort of thing.
Correct. Yeah. So anything that's
Okay.
sort of an official
Do the-
town area, would have the flags all over it.
Are the town guards wearing like tabards with that over the top?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, cool. So they're pretty easy to identify. Excellent.
Correct. There are a few that you see around in the town that are that have created somewhat of a costume, really, that utilizes the sort of crimson and gold colors. There's a few of them around. Some of them have nice, frilly, feathered hats. It does definitely seem that the people that are going around are definitely sort of dressing up almost in as a festive encouragement, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
All around you in the town of Redsmith here, there are various buildings. All of them look sort of bit old in construction and architecture. A lot of them seem to be sort of elven in sort of nature, sort of elvish architecture. A few of the buildings are much shorter than others and seem to be a bit more stocky. It does seem that many of the buildings in the architecture around in Redsmith does seem to be a sort of mix of a bunch of different races and cultures, all kind of occupying the same space in relative harmony.
This is the best we got.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna, in order to not to attract too much attention, I'm gonna put the hood of my coat up, and put my hands in my pockets and sort of wander around, trying not to attract too much attention.
Very well.
Because I've got no idea. I mean, the white mage obviously expected us to get dropped off here, but I didn't see anybody standing at the docks with a welcome to Redsmith board. Please come here. So I'm okay, are we still on the ship, or are we on the docks?
You are, you are in the process. You have deboarded. And you're kind of right in the smack dead town center of Redsmith.
Okay, how much do I have any money on me at all?
Legis, let me see. You have 10 gold coins.
10 gold coins. Okay, that's fine. And I assume that I've got whatever bits and pieces that I was carrying around with me.
Yep. Nothing has been lost.
Right, okay.
That's correct, yeah.
Right, well, I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay, cool. Right, well, in which case I'm gonna hoist my pack over my shoulder and look to my newfound companions and say, well, I think it might be a good idea if we find ourselves somewhere to stay, at least for the evening, and then see what happens from there.
SQ is just kind of like patting Lonnie on the head, and she wasn't really paying attention. She saw the flyers, and she's just like, okay, we traveled in time. No wonder you're so tiny. She's very chill with this whole thing. And she just kind of looks over at Legion, and she's like, alright, lead the way.
I'll assume that Reggie and Kurose are going to be following us, and
Thanks.
I'm going to have a quick look around, get to the end of the docks, and see if I can find somebody on the street that doesn't look too shabby, and sort of approach them and say, sorry, excuse me, I wonder if you could point me in the direction of a decent inn or tavern, please.
There are a few people...
Persuasion roll?
There are a few people out there that are sort of busy doing their own thing. So you do kind of have to catch their attention in a sort of persuasive way. So yeah, give me a persuasion check. The 12. Not too bad. It takes you a bit. Some people are just kind of not right now, love. A bit busy right now. But one of them, it does come up to you as a sort of a small little halfling older gentleman. He does seem to have sort of white hair tied back into a ponytail, and these brief, the smallest of little bit of chin scruff underneath. He kind of looks up and he goes, if you're looking for something, your best chance is probably the Blue Ox Tavern.
Oh, thank you, good sir. I appreciate that. Can I tell them who sent me so that they know perhaps to give you a free drink next time?
Yeah. You can call me Staff.
Staff. Okay. Well, Staff, it was very nice to meet you. Thank you very much for the advice. Where would we find the Blue Arc City?
What is right over there? And he kind of points to a very large sort of two-piece sort of building with an archway down the center. It would be the big building right here.
Okay, let me just zoom out quickly so I can see where you're picking. Okay, yeah, I see where you are. Okay, great. I'll wave in. I'll say thank you very much. We'll probably be there a bit later if you happen to be in the bar. I'm sure that a drink can be slung your way.
Yes, of course. Is there anything else I can help with?
You know, on the off chance, you wouldn't happen to know of anybody who's referred to as the White Wizard or the White Mage, would you?
I can't say I do, sir. Name doesn't really ring a bell.
Oh, okay. Well, no harm in asking, and thank you very much. You've been terribly helpful. Do appreciate that. As I said, if you come over to the bar perhaps later, I'm sure a drink can be organised for you.
Right, I'm usually there just after dinner time. That's usually I'm done the farming chores.
Excellent. And I'll, unless he wants to hang around and try and continue conversation, I'm just going to say thank you very much, good sir, and start walking in the direction that he pointed in order for us to.
You see him sort of pop off to another residency elsewhere. And as you approach the large building of the lovely Blue Ox Tavern, the outside seems patchwork at best. There are pieces of boards that have been sort of removed and replaced with different colored boards or different types of different types of wood and things of that nature. So, looking around, it does seem like this is a kind of put together building. From looking around, everything else seems to be kind of built to its specification. This seems to be just a bunch of things kind of mashed together. Nonetheless, you do see it right on the big old top, right above here, above this little opening there. You see the sign, big, huge blue sort of oxen sort of picture, and above it, the blue, below it, Ox Tavern.
Okay. Can we assume that our two companions will be joining us or following us along?
Cruosi just joined us now.
Hey, hey, hey.
Awesome.
I don't think I've...
Hello.
I think I made Lonnie, when you bring him out, I think I made him big when you bring him out. Let me...
Oh, yeah, he's big.
Make him small when he's come out, because he's big. He's tiny.
How big? Tiny boy.
There we go.
He's
Every time you bring him out, he'll be that size. He's a giant goat, but he's a baby giant goat.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
he can... Two people
giant
can
pygmy
ride
goat.
on him, but right now he's
Right.
just little dog size.
It's like the Tinker Gnomes in Spelljammer. They've got the giant pygmy space hamsters.
Right. As you enter...
Which are normal-sized hamsters.
Right. All right. As you enter the one area that you have done in, you're expecting, when you enter the building, you're expecting to kind of be able to see around the corner as this big, huge thing is one sort of large sort of U shape. However, when you enter in, it seems that that one area seems to be like most of the... let's see if I can get this thing. So most of the bar seems to be sort of confined into sort of this area here. as opposed to being the whole sort of building. But as you enter in, there are two round tables directly in front of you, and one off to the left-hand side. Off to the right-hand side, there's a large hearth producing just an immense amount of fire and keeping the nice toasty area inside nice and lit. Off to the far right, there is a previously used piano. There seems to be, it does seem to be in a little bit of disrepair, but nonetheless does seem somewhat functional. Straight across, you see the large sort of semicircle-ish bar, and behind it is a lovely, lovely dwarven gentleman. He seems to be catering to a few other patrons in the pub. And at the moment, he doesn't really pay you too much of mind, at the moment anyway. Seems to be a bit busy slinging the drinks.
That's right. I'll wander up to the bar and stand there and wait patiently for him to come over and chat once he's finished slinging the beers. I'm not in any hurry at the moment.
Fair enough.
SQ gets very excited at the sight of the piano, and she runs over to it and just starts playing it.
Cool. All right. Two things. One, SQ, are you slightly further away from your microphone than you were before?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, you were slightly a little bit silent.
All right.
Quieter,
Yeah,
not
no,
silent.
my
Silent means
ferret
no noise.
stole my wind guard for my mic, and I'm trying not to like heavy breathe.
No, it's okay. Well, see, here's the brilliant thing about Discord is that you can actually make it so that it doesn't pick up on your breathing, and it only activates when you get to a certain decibel level.
Yeah, I have that on. Hopefully it works.
There you go. It seems right to me.
All right.
All right. So let me just do a couple of things here. Boosh. That's what I want you to do. Kick that into the map layer. Right, so yeah, as you enter in SQ, you kind of muck around and you play on the piano. Give me a performance check, please.
Alrighty.
All right, Reginald.
17. That's a pretty good roll.
Oh, nice. 17. You start to get over there and you kind of fuck around on a few of the keys. You notice that some of them don't sound right. So you do your best to avoid those keys, but as you do, you kind of create a very lovely little melody on the piano. It kind of takes... Ooh, that was brilliant, that music that just kicked in with that piano. That was good. It's almost as if it was on purpose. But anyway... as you're doing so, some of the patrons kind of look your way, give a bit of a smile, and kind of go back to what they were doing.
I'm digital project.
Right, so
I'm a digital project assistant for a company called the SAS Group.
Regis, something's going on. There we go. I believe we had a hot mic there. Don't know what's going on. All right. Nonetheless, Crocy and Reginald, are you going to be hopping into the old Blue Ox Tavern as well, or do you have other things that you feel that you must do?
I'm in my room.
You're going to, okay, you pop right in. All right. So, let me do a bit of things here, because there was absolutely no way in heck that I could ever know that you guys were just going to pop into the old pub here. It's not like I could have anything ready for that at all.
Somebody's
That's
a
actually a
little
lie.
over-prepared.
That's a lie. That is a clever lie. Not really that clever at all, actually. Still, nonetheless, I did have everything sort of planned out here. I'm just kind of placing my last couple people here. Some of them are gonna look the same, but who cares? All right. So hopefully, if I do this and I do this, boom. Who's in the pub playing the piano? No way I could have had that prepared, ever. Anyway, nonetheless, here you are, inside, doing what you can do, and many of the patrons seem to be drinking and having a good time. SQ, you're too busy playing the piano. Legis, you would have gone straight to the bar. So Crucy and Reginald, if you don't mind, giving me a perception check, please. Oh, I must also, only because I recently discovered this, and it's freaking amazing. Instead of going to your journal, and then clicking on your character, and then clicking your character sheet, if you click on your token, if you just click it once, hit shift, and then double click your token, it will automatically open up your character sheet, so you don't have to go through any of the menus.
So if I do,
God.
So you hit shift, and then double click your character token, it will just open up your character sheet. Like it'll
oh,
just,
that's useful.
right? Super useful. Thought it might be handy for you guys. I learned it myself, so I thought it was cool. Oh, someone's rolling. There we go. We've got 17. Okay, good. And Reginald, if you don't mind, popping me off a.
I don't think he's in. I don't think he's in here.
Oh no, you not come with us? Oh, where's?
So, like he's
Having
not in the
Reginald.
party.
Yeah, he's not even in Discord. Not sure what happened there.
I think his internet or something. He was having problems connecting at the beginning, and then he just dropped about 2 minutes ago.
Fair enough. I will have him just looking around town, which is usually what he likes to do anyway. All right. So with that, Crucy, you look around, and apart from yourself, and you assume Legis, and the bartender, everyone else is of the female persuasion.
We're in a bar. There are only women. There's a piano in the corner. It's by the docks. I'm beginning to piece a few of these pieces together.
Someone is, at least. That's good.
SQ is
No.
completely oblivious. She's like, oh, they're so pretty.
So would Legis speak. He's basically asexual. I mean, so.
Which is probably a good reason why you didn't notice anything like that.
Absolutely, just completely blithely walk straight towards the bar.
All right. Well, I'll go to the bar as well.
Right. This is my best Scottish accent coming up. Go on. So, as you approach the bar, the dwarven patriarch there is doing his thing, cleaning some sort of wooden cups that he's got. He's cleaned them out. You can every now and then you kind of see him doing a little bit of a sort of spit shine and kind of wipe down the counter. As both of you approach, at first he kind of looks at you, Legis, and he's not quite sure what to make of this robotronic thing. And
I
he
would.
looks over at you, Crucy.
I share his confusion.
And then he looks over at you, Crucy, and he kind of goes, "Hey, don't think it's all right you bringing your toys in here."
I reply to him. As much as I wish he was mine, he isn't.
They drink.
Actually, I was going to inquire about hiring a room for the evening. Do you have rooms to hire for the evening?
Oh, well then, looks like it speaks too. That's strange. And he looks over at you, Kurosi, and he goes, "Why'd you make it do that?"
He doesn't make me do anything, surprisingly enough.
Yeah. But give it time.
Right,
Oh, God.
right, if you're looking for rooms, we've got a few upstairs.
Thank you very much, Danny.
Excellent. And how much would a room?
It's a gold coin if you're just looking for a room. If you're looking for company, it's 5.
I'll just slide one gold piece over the counter to him and say, which room is the one that's available? I and my little companion over there will be
Yep.
sharing that one if that's all right.
Right.
I point in the direction of the halfling.
Does SQ notice that she's being pointed at?
Give a perception check. You're kind of doing your thing right now. Oh God, that's a terrible set. There we go, it's better. It's better stairs. All right. 16. All right. Yeah, you kind of ding around, and every now and then you kind of lift up your head just to kind of see how everyone's kind of digging your tunes. And then at that moment you do so, you kind of notice that Legis is pointing at you, and you kind of slowly stop playing, like in that kind of like, not sure what's going on. I can't quite think on my hands right away. And you kind of keep playing just a little bit.
Yeah, she kind of keeps playing with one hand and like raises the other and like waves like uncertainly, like, do you need me?
All right. Well, if you need a room, it's straight up the stairs there, and he kind of points off over there. It's straight at the top, all the way down at the bottom, straight at the end on the left.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yep.
Fantastic. I'm just going to let my little companion know that there's a room available for her to come up to when she's ready. Thank you very much. And I'm going to from the bar, I'm going to sort of make a beeline towards SQ and say, SQ, I have a room for the evening. You're welcome to share it with me if you wish. It's up the stairs, down the end, on the left. If you need me, that's where I'm going to be.
SQ's kind of still playing like idly, and she's like, "Yeah, thanks, awesome. Is that? Did he
Feel free
try
to stay
to
down here and
take you?
spend as much time.
Did he try to take you apart again?
No, not yet, but he is looking at me like a fat man looks at a pastry. So I am a little bit concerned.
All right, I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go upstairs to the room and start tidying everything
Yeah.
Right.
until it's kind of neat and clean. And however many prestidigitation spells it takes to get the place neat and tidy.
That's good, man. I'd like to speak to the dwarven man.
Okay. Yeah, he's right in front of you. What would your character say?
May I ask, how are you going to tell me about the history of this place? Because this is my first time actually being here.
Oh, it's your first time at the Blue Rocks, eh?
First time in this town.
First time in Redsmith, eh?
Yes, sir.
Cool. What is it that you're looking into? What are those, man about towns?
Well, what about general spots around here, like let's say places of interest?
Right. Well, there's many of things you can do around here for sure. In just a few weeks' time, the Harvest Festival will be on its way. Plenty of games, plenty of fun to be had there. If you're looking for something to buy or something to use along in your adventures, because I'm guessing that you're one of those adventurer types, might want to head downtown, look at all the market stalls there.
Would you tell me more about this Harvest Festival?
Yes. Every year around this time, once everybody gets their harvesting done, we have a big town party.
Oh, then that's pretty nice.
Hey, Plenty fun.
I toss him a good coin and it's to say, this will be for my room.
Right, you can go up the stairs all the way to the end of the hall on your left. No, wait, on your right. Your robot friend grabbed the left one.
All right, thank you.
Hey, could an interest you in a drink or perhaps some company while you're up in your room?
And I'll be fine. And in Dorian, I say, thanks for the I would say along the lines of thanks for the hospitality in Dorvish.
All right. You do so, and he kind of gives you a good knowing nod. And you kind of see him kind of get back to his thing, and he kind of looks over at the girls, and you can kind of see him giving a bit of like a head shake. Today, ladies.
Jesus. SQ's gonna make her way over to the bar and just kind of hop up on the bar stool and ask, "What is the strongest drink you have?"
Oh, little lady here thinks she can string it with the big lads, eh? Well, I got something for you here, but I can't be responsible once you ingest it.
I'll pay for anything I break.
All right. And you kind of see him going down, and he grabs this sort of glass bottle, complete dipped in sort of wax along the bottom, and he kind of brings it back up. And you can kind of see him pops a cork with his mouth and pulls a very small cup. Slides it over there. He goes, "All right. Say I didn't warn you."
SQ gives him a quick grin, and then she just takes it all in one gulp.
You can't use saving throw. This is the most potent of dwarven liquors.
I'm going to have a really drunk, snoring halfling in my room later, aren't I?
Perhaps.
Probably. Or a very hyper drunk halfling. Oh my god, am I rolling a saving throw?
Con save, please.
Okay. Oh god.
Okay. At first, you chug it back. The moment that liquid hits the back of your throat, you know you're in trouble. It hits you, and just the moment it does, the whole world just kind of flips up on its end. You're looking, the more you look around, it feels like almost as if the vision of what you're tracking is somehow being delayed behind it. And as you kind of move your body, you kind of see doubles of everyone as you're looking around. And it's at this moment, you're going to have to give me a dex save as kind of wobbling back and forth on the top of your stool.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh,
So this, with not only that, but with your good hand, you kind of grab your hands and you just grab the bottom of the stool as best you can. Lonnie comes up and kind of punks his head up against you, trying his best to at least keep you steady. But for the time being, you can feel the whole world spinning, and you are holding on for dear life not to fall down.
SQ's just gonna kind of stare at the bartender and be like, "Oh, I see now. Okay."
That's right. Okay. Tried to warn you.
Why are there so many of you?
There's only the one.
SQ's just nodding like, "Okay, sure there is."
And which one of you is talking?
That's right.
She doesn't know who to focus on right now.
As you begin to nod, the sort of perception forced perspective kind of is causing you to kind of look up and down, and that dragging of the images floating behind. Every now and then it looks like the dwarf has suddenly grown 6 feet, and then he's gone down to 1 foot, and then he's back up to his normal size, just as you're kind of nodding your head up and down.
SQ keeps nodding because she doesn't realize she's doing it, but every time he grows and shrinks, she looks more and more horrified.
It's happening. Oh, all right.
Her life is just ruined right now.
All right.
Eventually, she'll make it up to bed once she can walk.
Sure. All right, so Legis is up there, Crucy's up there. SQ, you're not feeling good. At this moment right now, you feel like you're comfortable holding on to for dear life, but you do know eventually you do have to make it somewhere else. Are you going to try and walk up the stairs, or?
SQ's kind of gonna look over her shoulder at all the ladies and be like, "Can one of you please help me?"
This one comes over and she says, "I can help. You need to go."
I need to go upstairs and down the hall and to the left, and maybe I need a bucket.
Hey, so take it. Don't need any company.
What? SQ's very confused. She's looking at this person and she thinks there's 2 of them.
If you'd like, we can join you in your room.
You want to tuck me in?
If that's what you like.
That would be lovely.
Oh God.
I'm simplifying this. SQ is now being offered to be tucked in by a whore.
Yep.
Essentially.
Yep. And she's
Okay.
like, "Yes,
But
tuck me in."
she's so drunk she doesn't know that's what's happening.
Not even a little bit. She thinks this nice lady just wants to make sure she gets to bed okay.
This is all up to you now.
Right. So, as the lady is gently kind of, not so much like holding one arm underneath the shoulder, kind of almost like cradling you in their arms, your kind of feet on the ground, as they're helping you make each step as you make your way towards the stairs. Make it in, you go upstairs. It takes a little bit of maneuvering, but with the help of the kind woman there, you've been able to make your way up to your room. And I believe it's Legis that's up there with you. So Crucy's got his other room. So Legis, you notice this this sort of tall, elvish, dark-haired woman practically carrying your companion SQ to bed and tucking them in, and just kind of at least stroking their hair in their arms.
Okay. I assume there's only one bed in the room.
There is.
That's fine. I'm going to be sitting cross-legged on the floor on the opposite side of the room to the bed. And
Gotcha.
And kind of say to the elven lady, that was very kind of you to bring my companion upstairs. Thank you.
Oh.
Did you hear me?
I did, yes.
Okay, sorry, I was just making sure. Sorry, does she owe you any money?
Oh,
SQ looks really confused over at him. She's like, "Why would I owe her money?"
the woman kind of looks at you and goes, "No, we don't charge for hand stuff."
Yeah, it's more in
Yeah, if I understood what that meant, that would be fine. Thank you very much, and can I be assumed to have 10 silver pieces instead of a gold piece? Or do I have just 9 gold pieces on me?
Would have just 9 gold pieces on you now. If you had
9
10,
gold
you
pieces.
spent 1. Yeah, you would have had. I mean,
Yeah, I spent
there's
1.
always
Okay,
the
okay,
change, right? Can you get
What
change
change? I
from,
haven't had it
from, a,
checked.
from a hooker? I don't know.
No, I'm not. I'll just give her a gold piece and say, look, thank you for bringing her up the stairs and putting her to bed. Here, for your time.
Well, got paid and I didn't even have to work. Brilliant.
Remember, I can.
Oh,
I'm
almost said something. I'm not sure how that would be translated, but I almost said it's called tip.
I can be I can be very generous to my friends who look after and assist me, and let her leave.
Right. So,
I may have some questions. I may have some questions at some point in the future, and you might be able to help me find some answers. Just letting you know that it will be worth your while to help me out in the future.
well, I'd be certainly happy to. She kind of looks you up and down and kind of goes, help you out.
Whilst I'm very flattered by your offer, that side of organic interaction is not for me.
Perhaps another time then, dear. She turns around very briskly, begins to start walking downstairs.
Thank you very much for your time. And I'll let her go, and have a faint sigh of relief, and go back, close the door, and go back to meditating, and let SQ sleep it off.
Right on, right on.
SQ begins loudly singing in the bed until she falls asleep.
All right, yes. So this will count, of course, as a lovely, lovely long rest for those who do need
Excellent.
it. I don't think that too many of you do need it, but it does count as a long rest for you. So 8 hours total for the majority of you. I think Legis you're good with 4, aren't you?
6.
6, right. I knew it was less than 8. Anyway, here you guys are upstairs in the lovely thing, and what time are we now? Yeah, I think right about now would be a perfect time to take a little bit of a break as we head into the next little phase of what's happening here. So yeah,
okay.
We'll say it's, for me, it is 3:50 p.m. So I'll say 10 minutes should get us to 4 p.m. So whatever time it is for you right now, 10 minutes from now. Reconvene.
Sounds good. No problem.
I got a quick question.
Head.
Do you need to know the fusion I'm put it on, or no?
I need to know the infusion. Mark it somewhere on your sheet, just so that it's, that there is some sort of confirmation that this is what you've chosen, and this way, you remember, I remember, and I'm not saying that you would change it when I wasn't looking, but at least now we have.
Yeah, at this point, I got all my fusions ready.
Right. Nice. Yep. As long as you just mark it down somewhere on your character sheet, somewhere I can kind of go make a reference to it, kind of thing. Right. With that, guys, I will see you all in 10 minutes, and we move on to the next phase. Lovely bright morning. Lovely bright breadsmith morning. The whorehouse. Right. See you guys in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Sure, I just realized something.
Uh-huh.
I have nothing to put my goggles of night on.
No, fair enough, but it is daytime at the moment, so it's kind of late afternoon as far as I understand. So
Yeah, but it'll still be like nice to have it prepared or something.
oh no, absolutely. Is that what you're going to be? Is that the magic item that you're going to be using?
It was, since I already have my magic holding for when we were on the ship.
Fair enough. I mean, to be honest with you, if you're playing a human, then goggles of night are excellent magic item, in my opinion. I think that giving you dark vision for free, basically, is awesome.
Well, at least
Anyway,
I guess
I'm gonna
you
pop
get
up
to
and go
put
get my
return a
popcorn.
weapon on. All right.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Anyway, I'm just going to pop and get a quick drink. I'll be back in a second, mate.
All right.
Didn't wanna wake up this late, then I woke up. In a daze when I looked up, you were gone away, I was choked up. Was I a little too late? Light blinds when it hit your face in the morning. Before it breaks, I look outside. The streets have changed, where's our city? Was I a little too late? I was a rocket man for you, but what you needed was a diver, baby. Was I a little too late? I was a rocket man for you, but what you needed was a diver, baby. Was I a little too late? You know I never wanna leave you, and I don't wanna leave you now, but I can't stop, just as long as I'm breathing. You know I never wanna leave you, and I don't wanna leave you now, but I can't stop, just as long as I'm breathing. Thunder and I lost my mind in a fever, something I can't find in the mirror. Squint my eyes but I can't see her. Was I a little too blind? Heart race, thought I saw your face in a movie, like the script you wrote looking through me. There's a missing scene in our story. Was I a little too high? I was a rocket man for you, but what you needed was a diver, baby. Was I a little too late? I was a rocket man for you, but what you needed was a diver, baby. Was I a little too late? You know I never wanna leave you, and I don't wanna leave you now, but I can't stop, just as long as I'm breathing. You know I never wanna leave you, and I don't wanna leave you now, but I can't stop, just as long as I'm breathing. Was I a little too late? I was a rocket man for you, but what you needed was a diver, baby. Was I a little too late? I was a rocket man for you, but what you needed was a diver deep down in your crazy blue. You know I never wanna leave you, and I don't wanna leave you now. I can't stop, just as long as I'm breathing. You know I never wanna leave you, and I don't wanna leave you now. But I can't stop,
All right, I've returned. Who else is here?
Hello.
Right. So that was Legis, SQ. I guess we're just waiting on Cruci, or are you here as well? Not yet. Okay.
I'm back. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be on push to talk, but I am here in the background, so I'm ready to go whenever you want to go.
Okay. We're just waiting on Cruci, and then we can move on. Right. I found an instrumental version of this song. I thought it was really fun. Oh, ready, watch. The club at the VIP, I got a fake mustache and a fake ID. I look like Wooly Willy with a really woolly willy. I bypass the bouncer, passing X, and I flex and bouncer. Wowzer, look at all of Bo's hoes. Looking on a ride on Bo's hoes, and I spot a little Latino. Booty so big, I call it Opus Ego. We go to it, through it, she says, Dios míos, amigo.
Oh my god.
Well done.
Confused. I'm confused.
You'll get there. Ice
Around this
cream
song.
sunny with a cherry on top. Be careful, cause cherry, I'm the king of pop, pop, pop. Cause my weasel, now you're looking like Jackson Pollock's easel. Oh, my suggestion is you don't blow till you know what congestion is. Swallow when you know what digestion is. Follow Bo when the only question is, oh yeah, have you been splattered before by the Mad Hatter Matador? Cake batter nevermore. It don't matter whether you're Spanish, French, Swedish, or Cambodian. I'll slime you so hard that you could be on Nickelodeon. Single every single day, do it every single way, make the single lady say, oh, Bo. And if I were gay, though I swear I'm straight, I'd make them fellas say, oh, Bo.
I forgot how to breathe.
My favorite line's coming up right here. Think you can handle me? Girl, don't make me laugh. I said my junk is bipolar. It'll split you in half. And if you're lucky, I might let you go home and let you go down like you're growing an extra chromosome. And when you love me, don't love me by the buns, cause I got a bad case of the runs. I got the runs. I got the runs. I got the runs. Silly.
I have no
Go.
words.
Single every single day, do it every single way, make the single lady say, oh, Bo. And if I were gay, though I swear I'm straight, I'd make them fellas say,
Oh my god.
Was it? I think it's like this bit. It's like, had a funeral like a tuna, I'll smile you later. I met a fat chick and fucked her in an elevator. It was so wrong on so many levels. It was wrong on so many levels. Silly. Thank you all.
Oh god. He'll be here all week.
Yes, I will. But so here you guys are. You wake up in the lovely town of Redsmith. As you guys make your way down to the steps, you notice that many of the women that were there are not. They seem to be very few far in between from what you originally saw it being packed with. Nonetheless, you guys are fully rested. Lovely Blue Ox Tavern. Would you guys like
Excellent. What sort
to
of
go?
time of day is it?
Right now, it
What
is.
sort of time of day is it? Yeah.
Right now, it is the brisk morning. Right just after the
Alrighty.
lovely sun has popped its head out.
I'm gonna make sure I've got all my stuff with me, and I think we should go and perhaps find somewhere in. First of all, we need to find out why the hell we've been dropped here. Secondly, we need to go and find some employment. I need money.
Well, if you're going to be thankful,
So,
well, I guess that would be a good choice.
Well, I mean, certainly think we should try and find ourselves a somewhat better base of operations than the local brothel.
Brothel?
Yes, my dear.
Wait, that's why you paid her last night?
I paid her to go away.
Oh. I thought she was just very nice.
She was very nice, but she was one of those ladies whose time costs money.
And SQ just kind of taps her nose and like points at him like, I see, I get it now.
Ah, excellent. Yes, and after you had asked her upstairs to tuck you into bed, I think that potentially she may have gotten the wrong impression.
Now SQ's just laughing. She has no response. She's just laughing.
I'm sure a perfectly honest misunderstanding and misinterpretation of the entire situation. However, I did feel that it might be, if you'll pardon the pun, oil the wheels in order to just give her a gold coin and send her on her way.
SQ's gonna reach into her bag and give him a gold coin and be like, thank you for that.
You're more than welcome. Not a problem.
All right. So,
And I think we'll sort of head off, perhaps maybe more towards the centre of town. See what we
Okay.
can find. Unless anybody else has got a better idea.
well, as you mentioned that, as you guys are making your way towards the door opens, and a very familiar gentleman enters into the pub. This is what you have come to known as the White Mage. Though, first glance, it's strange. It's like he's different somehow.
I'll let you go up
Have
to
we
him.
met? I'm with Kurosy. I'm going up to him.
Sure.
You may not believe this, but we've met before.
Have we?
Several years, possibly several years in your future, and you put us on a ship that was sailing here, and then disappeared.
I've done no such thing.
All right.
I don't think I've met you
No,
before.
no, you
haven't.
You haven't, but you will do.
Right, quite early to be drinking, don't you think?
All right. This is when I step in and just say, let's not.
No, no, not at all. But take a closer look at me and then decide whether or not I'm likely to be the sort of person who drinks.
Well, certainly the person to be making up quite the stories.
SQ points at him and she's like,
Start.
you time traveled us. Which is probably not going to help their case.
Hey.
Take a good look at me and then decide whether or not the technology is currently available in order to make me.
I'm sorry for my friends, but we probably got confused for you with somebody else for a similar look that we have all occurred. So sorry for your time, and we should be going as I try to push SQ and Leggett out the door.
As you guys are exiting out the door, a very familiar white light seems to be emanating from the eyes of this white mage. A brief moment, there is silence. Even the sounds of other patrons talking, or even the bartender cleaning the glasses. He just stopped. All around you, everything seems to be frozen in a moment. At this moment, White Mage tips his glowing eyes your directions. I can't stay long. I am here in my former self. I've brought you all here so that you may set the timeline straight. You all have been taken from your own times. I've brought you all here. Time before the rise of Caltax, before he is able to assemble his army, before he takes complete control. I hope that me bringing you here strengthen you for your battle. See, was a group of heroes fought Caltax. But Caltax, his last breath, has traveled back along your time streams and hoping to scoop you up, let you die in that dungeon, so that you all will never be the heroes. Stop him. Using my last bit of strength, bring you here. I fear I won't be able to speak with you anymore, but please, you must get stronger. You must set the timeline straight. His eyes dim back down, and he kind of just looks back at you. Around you, all of you, the whole sort of world just kind of, as if someone hit the play button, is now moving forward again. White Mage kind of looks at all of you, a bit sort of confused.
That was interesting.
Well, then I'll see you all later. Then, another time, perhaps.
Bye, kind sir.
Yes, of course. Bye. You see him kind of cracking open the book and beginning to read. He's ushered one of the ladies to go get him a small sort of bowl of soup. So he's sitting there, drinking it up and reading the book as you guys are leaving.
SQ puts her hands on her hips and looks at Legis and Crocy and like, well, that explains a bit.
Let's talk about this outside the door, outside this place. Okay.
Come on, Lonnie.
As you all exit the lovely pub, as it were, entering back in the downtown district-ish of Redsmith. Just notice that there are a few guards standing at various postings, keeping an eye on things, but nonetheless, everything seems to be quiet the morning.
All right. So, well, that explains a lot of what we're doing here.
We're heroes. Or are?
We're not heroes yet.
Eventually? At some point, we are heroes. SQ's gonna hand Lonnie a potato.
ingests it. At this moment, that as you guys were feeding the goat, and you had the sudden epiphany, sort of sudden realization that you're all here for a purpose. You're all here now, train, and to alter, as the timeline. But now, it seems to change. It seems to be different somehow. Yet, not. It's a very strange sort of thing. Anyway, as you all are doing your thing, and notice the guards. This one in particular, just looking up into the sky. Then he shouts, this one here. See this one off inside of the building. The other one taking stance on the road. First, don't see anything. Then, see this strange orange little... Ooh, I totally screwed up the map there. Orange little dot. Where the guard is sort of pointing out. You don't see anything except for this little tiny orange dot, and it starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it lands right smack dab the center of the road between you, SQ, and you, Cruacy. Orange ball. Strange. At that moment, you hear the loud cackling noise as this large winged giant bat is being ridden on by a goblin and is finding its way towards you all. And at this moment, I will need you guys to give me some initiative.
Oh dear God.
So,
Well then.
here we go. Roll me some initiative as this lovely thing is coming flying at you. Some of you have 3D dice on. I have it on as well, so if you roll it and you have 3D dice, then I see it. All right, what do I want? I want...
How many feet away from me is this mounted
Right.
flying goblin thingy?
This flying thing is... I don't know if I got it in here. No, I don't. He is about 35 feet up in the air as he's flying right above you.
Okay, mate, thank you.
Give him his thing. I also have thing for this. Roll it. Right. So starting off our list here, SQ. As you see this large bat, giant bat, sort of mount being ridden on by a goblin. You see that he has another one of those orange balls in his hand, as well as one has landed right in front of you. What would you like to do?
What is the orange ball?
You don't know.
Oh God. Yeah, I think, but just because it landed so close to her, she's more focused on that than the goblin right now. Can she investigate it?
You can give me an investigation check.
Oh boy.
That's intimidation.
Yep.
Tell me everything you know, orange ball. With an 11, it's really hard to tell because I mean it's what you can tell is it looks to be made out of perhaps some sort of wooden-esque material, but other than it just being round and orange, there is a small sort of white, almost like a valve kind of thing on the top, but that's about it. Doesn't appear to be anything that you can determine what it might be.
Okay. At that point, she's gonna look up at the goblin and try to shoot it with her bow, her crossbow.
All right, aim for the goblin.
All right. Well, my internet had cut off on me.
What's that?
My internet cut off on me, but I'm back.
Good to see you back.
Yeah.
Also good to see your front, I suppose, as well. Right. So, go ahead and give me a roll for that shot.
Okay.
Keeping in mind, SQ is trying to attack this guy here. Keeping in mind that he's 90 feet away plus 30 up. So,
I don't want to take a shot then. She's just gonna
Okay.
watch him.
okay. All right. And that's gonna. Will that end your turn then?
Am I close enough to touch Kurosi?
No.
Okay. Then yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah. I actually don't think I've. No, I did put you guys on the map. So yeah, this map here that you're seeing, this is where everyone is. Yeah, you can see where you is.
Oh, yep, there we go. It went black for a second.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's sure. All right, so over to the Goblin Rider. He is. What's his movement? Oh Jesus. Okay. Let's see here. He's gonna. So 16. This is to about there, but he wants to go there. So he's gonna. You see him kind of shooting forward, and he's still about 30 feet up or so. But with that, he's gonna try and do another flyby. Another one of these placed here. He throws the lovely another one of those orange things, and he just throws it out, and it lands right in front of the guard there. And I have to roll initiative for it. All right, and that is Goblin Rider's turn. Crossy.
Yes. This thing right here. Could I
Excellent.
try to like pick it up and throw it at him?
You could try, yeah. All
Like,
right,
that's what I would like.
All right, give me a strength, just a straight strength check.
Strength check.
That's right. You're picking it up, but you also have to kind of throw it like 30 feet up in the air, kind of thing, right?
All right.
Ooh. All right.
Wait. I got something for this.
Ooh. Go on.
It's this fusion right here. I had put it on when we were on the ship.
Makes a strength check. Oh, nice. It can expend one charge and add bonus to the roll. Okay, so it's equal to its intelligence modifier. So
Nice one.
that's 4 plus your intelligence, which is
4. So that'll be
another
an 8.
4. Okay, so yeah, another 8 on that, and on that 5, that would put it at 13, which would be enough. All right, so you chuck it, and it's kind of going in an arc, and it's headed towards. It's right now at this current moment. It is now 30 feet up and in the vicinity of the Goblin Rider.
All right.
Very nice.
And that was the action, right?
Yes. You've got your
Okay,
bonus and your movement if you have any bonuses.
All right. I'm checking my sheet real quick. That'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Legis. What would you like to do?
Right. I reckon that's the Goblin Rider's within 90 feet, would you say?
Let's see here. Wasn't always the greatest at math, but we've got 30 there plus 30 up, so 60. Yep.
Yeah, okay. In which case, I'm aiming this kind of to try and hit the Goblin.
You mean which? Oh, that. Oh, you're asleep. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm trying to basically put the Goblin to sleep.
Okay, so it hits the goblin. Then any additional things go to the goblin
Yeah.
or the bat, the giant bat. All right, so
Yeah,
well,
basically the way that sleep normally... Sorry, normally the way that sleep normally works is it goes to the thing with the lowest number of hit points and puts it to sleep first.
Yes.
And then if
That's
the
right.
next amount of hit points left can make the next thing go to sleep, then it does. But if it doesn't, then it just has no effect.
That's right. That's right. Well, yes, you do manage to put the goblin to sleep, but the bat is still flying around, sort of following its last command, almost.
Fair enough. Well, would you say that that would probably mean that the Goblin might fall off?
Is very possible, yes. Let's see here.
Excellent.
I want... Oh, don't have any of those things. I want beasties. I want the goblin, and then I want the goblin rider. All right, so let me just quickly roll here. It would be... He's on his way to falling asleep. He's going to hold on. It would be a dex save with disadvantage. So, go 1. Ah, fuck me. All right. Yeah, he's falling off. All right. Is it? Now that is 30 feet up, which means he takes 2d6 1d6 after every 10 feet of falling. 2d6, which means he takes 8 points of damage, and you just see this goblin snoring, and his head lands right on the cobblestone pathway and explodes.
Splat.
Now have only giant bat to deal with.
Okay, well at least at least we've gotten rid of the brains of the operation.
Right. So is that your turn, Legis?
Yeah, for the time being, that's my turn.
Let's get rid of the Goblin Riders thing. There's no thing. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, so next up is the initiative of this thing. Well, that's going to be fun. Let's see what we got here. Going all over. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. That's why I can't find nothing. We want object. And then we want to explode. Okay. Yikes. All right. So this thing is giving out 6 fire damage and 8 piercing damage as the whole thing just kind of explodes. Now, let's see if this bat can give us something here. Giant bat, let's give us a dex save. Which is... Giant bat is... Dex is +3, so let's do that. I don't have the sheet ready, so... 1d20 +3.
Look at us,
Which
dead
is-
smart.
7. So it does not get reduced to half or reduced to 0. It takes the entire
Oh,
ounce of that. All right, so
Look at
this
us,
thing...
dead smart.
There you go. So this thing has blown up, and it has given this thing a grand total of 14 points of damage. Right. Okay. All right. SQ, you're up.
All right. SQ's gonna yell at Lonnie to run and hide. So he's just gonna be here under that thing.
Gotcha.
Okay, we have a bat. Is he currently on fire?
Yeah.
Okay, SQ's gonna move.
Have a flaming bat.
Oh, jeez. He's gonna move forward. And she's gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And she's just gonna yell up at the bat. Hey! Either you leave, or we're gonna make this worse. Get out of here.
Now. Serve, master.
Oh, Jesus.
Giant bats are rather intelligible, so their language is, even if you could speak them, is very limited. Their vocabulary, rather. Lexicon that they use. Anyway, is that going to be your turn, or
Yep,
are you going to?
That was
that
her. That was her attempt.
All right. You don't. No movement. You're good.
I did move. I'm next to Crocy now.
Gotcha. All right. Next up is the other thing that is now going to explode. Man, oh man. Which means, oh, I've already got it on my another one of these. There you go. Took fucking forever. Which means that everyone, and I do mean everyone that is in. Let's get white. We do have white. Everyone that is in this circle
Oh, thank God.
has to give me a dexterity saving throw as this thing is exploding right at your feet.
Hold up.
Oh, thank
Good.
God.
Okay. You've got it reduced to 0, SQ. You were able to just bounce right out of the way. And Crucy, give me one as well, and I'm gonna have to do one for that guard.
All right. Oh wait, wrong one.
Yeah. Okay, 13, which means that you managed to get it reduced by half. So you now have, you take 4 points, so 2 points of fire damage and 2 points of piercing damage.
I got 16 in my thing though.
Yes, so you did manage to get the DC to make it so that it's reduced to half. Oh, no, sorry, you did get to 16. Sorry, never mind. You got exactly at 16. Never mind. You got it also reduced to 0. That's my bad. I had just seen the 8 for a quick second there. And then I scrolled down further. So yes, this thing blows up, but it manages to not hit you, Crocy, or SQ. However, I do believe, let's see what we got here. And 2. That's no good. And the second one, that's a bit better. So he's taking that much, but he takes the whole blunt of 9. All right. Good. Done. But this guard here looks like he just got the full blunt of that blast, just like right in his face, pieces of shrapnel all over him. He seems to be a little bit on fire. He's patting it out. Nonetheless, that's what happened. All right, looks like it's over to the Goblin Reader. Or sorry, not the Goblin Rider, the bat, the giant bat, which is going to give you this. Oh, so many things on my sheets. He is going to use his bite attack, which is going to be a +4. So slash D20 +4. He's going to come flying down. He is now at 0 level, right in front of you, Crocy, and he's going to try and hit you. Oh, not with that. Slash D20. 1d0, 1d20 +4. With a 8. Probably not going to hit you.
Yeah, no, it doesn't hit me.
Fair enough. All right. And now it's your turn. That's his movement action. Got a bat, giant bat, right in front of you. What are you going to do?
Knife time. With my dagger, I'm just gonna try to stab it.
Okay. Roll for attack.
I need to look at my fusion real good because I didn't fuse my my knife.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so I did put it incorrectly.
Yeah, when you're ready, just roll your attack there, and there we go. So is it 20 to hit?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 20. Okay, so 20 hit. Yeah, it does hit him. So just click dagger, returning weapon, that little bit underneath there. You'll see that it turns red. If you click it, it'll roll the damage for you. Oh, okay. So 5 piercing damage towards our lovely bat friend here. It's not looking too good, but still functional. I guess. Is that going to be your turn?
Well, yes, it will be since I got no bonus spells.
Sure. All right. Over to you, Legis.
Did you say that it was looking a bit worse for wear?
Correct.
I'm going to try and hit it with another sleep spell then.
All right. Right, so mark that off and give me your roll. 14. Okay. As you cast out this spell, the lovely hourglass figure popping above your head as you're doing this, you send it straight off to the bat, and you notice as it hits the bat, the bat's kind of really trying to shake it off. It's not a huge fan of this being tired in the middle of battle, and as it slowly tips its head, its eyes closing, it falls asleep.
Nice.
Now have a fallen asleep blind bat in the middle of town square. What would you like to do?
We'll let the guards take care of it.
Okay. As you do.
Oh wait, I'd like to check on the guards, see if they're doing all right.
This one is doing okay. This one looks pretty badly injured.
I want to go up to him and use cure wounds on him.
Give me a roll for that. See how much he's getting back. Oh, wow. Okay. Here we go. Oh, nice. 12. Yeah. He's kind of not doing well, and as your hands come round and just kind of touch him, you see him sort of straightening out his back, and he's no longer holding on to the side of his torso. The pain seems to be subsiding for him, and kind of gives you a knowing nod, and he says, "Thank you, sir. I'll appreciate it."
No problem. No problem. Oh, and by the way, I think you guys can handle the bat.
Yes, of course we can.
All right.
Odds come round. They all sort of around the giant bat. They all pick it up. Proceed to head off direction.
Whilst they're doing that, I'm going to start
And post,
scanning the
apparently.
skies. Yeah, I'm going to spend some. Whilst they're doing that, I'm going to spend some time scanning the skies to see if there are any more. If I can spot any more of these goblin riders on giant bats.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, can I do the same?
Yeah, you can help him, so he'll get advantage on that.
All right. Well, I help the guy.
All right. So 17. You're looking through. It doesn't appear to be anything out the ordinary in the sky. There's a few birds that kind of catch your attention at first, but then you realize they're just birds. Seems for the moment, at least for the moment, safe.
Well, we did do a heroic act today.
Well, that goblin rider and that giant bat came from somewhere. I want to know where. I don't like being attacked in the street out of nowhere. It offends my sense of fairness.
I'd rather be attacked out of somewhere.
Well, I'd rather not be attacked at all, given the chance, but I mean,
Indeed, yes.
however, I suspect that I may not always have that choice.
You never get yourself on how you get attacked, but you just should prepare for everything.
Expect the
Prepare
best.
for the worst.
Prepare for the worst, indeed. All right. Well, with that, as the guards are taking it away, SQ, you're kind of nearest to the road. Give me a perception check, please.
All right. Perception. Oh, come on, character sheet. Oh.
Nice roll.
Oh, okay, yeah. With your sort of senses being on alert right now, you are kind of bouncing your head around back and forth, keeping a look on the roads, looking back down at Lonnie, looking around, looking back down at Lonnie, back and forth. It is at this moment that you notice a horse-drawn carriage making its way on the road.
Huh. Okay. SQ's kind of gonna, like, wave down the driver. And ask, do you give rides? Where are you going?
As you mention that, out from the cart, this long, red-haired humanoid makes his way out the cart. Very pompousy, sort of crimson-colored jacket. Tense, piercing eyes. He says, "Well, I see you've made quick work of that little intrusion here in town. I could certainly use some people like you."
SQ kind of gonna wave the guys over and be like, that was mostly them. I was just making sure my goat didn't explode.
Right, well, perhaps we could speak more in my residence.
Who are you?
Ah, yes. Must be new around here. They call me the Shadow. Let's not get too caught up in pompousy names. They call me Monsieur de Grey.
SQ kind of rolls her eyes. She's like, I mean, they're both kind of pompous, but okay, Monsieur de Grey.
Yes, well,
I'm happy to accept an invitation to your residence.
yes.
We're looking for
certainly
work people.
used-
Let's see what he has to say.
Yes, I could certainly use a group like you. Of some very interesting work. You might be able to assist me with for sure. Here. He kind of snaps his fingers, and this little sort of bouncy, long-haired halfling pops off the top of the front of the carriage there, and it comes down, rifles through some of his bagged, hands off a bit of parchment to the to Eucharisy. The parchment is the address for his residence.
Oh,
You come by sometime later today, and perhaps we can speak a little bit more. Fortunately, I am preoccupied at the moment.
No problem. Just one query. Would this be paid work that we would be discussing?
Adventurers, you really think of me so little. Of course you will be paid.
Sir? Excellent. We'll see you later then.
Well, please be off if there's nothing further. Shall see you tonight.
all right. Well, then have a nice day.
Enters back into the carriage. Carriage. Hey.
SQ looks very confused, and she's like, "What is he, the mayor? Who is that guy?"
Let's not worry about details. What we know is that we helped capture a giant bag and killed a goblin, and now a man is offering us to help us, or well, has made an offer for of our service. That's we have nothing to worry about.
Well, I mean, at the very least, we've probably the city guard are probably going to be pleasantly predisposed towards us. After all, you did help one of them back from the brink of being very badly injured, and we helped them capture the large band. If this guy seems to be, it doesn't hurt for us to go along and listen to what he has to say. Worst case scenario is we always go, yeah, that doesn't sound so good, and we can always leave, right?
That is true.
All right.
But before that, I would like to get some stuff.
No problem.
Sure.
He did say let's drop back later, and we are in the city. So if you want to go shopping or having a look around, we can do that. No problem.
All right.
At the mention of shopping, SQ just starts like squealing a little bit.
Yeah, you guys have about a couple of hours or so until it actually gets into sort of the afternoon sort of phase. I mean, you've got quite the day before you are officially requested as a resident. Around Redsmith, there's plenty things to be had, to be seen, to be done. There's various markets, various stores, taverns, like contestants, possibly. Who knows? But if there's anything you guys would like to take care of in town before heading off Monsieur de Grey's residence, may do so now.
I would like to find a glass shop.
Okay, Iglesia. Okay. Give me a perception check as you're kind of walking around. Some of them are, some of the businesses are not forefront with identification. So you do kind of have to every now and then kind of really peek in, maybe look in the window or two as you're walking around. But do give me a perception
right?
check. Yes. All right. It's taking a bit, but there's just so much going on, and every time you think, okay, maybe this road will be the one. Every time you seem to get sort of caught up in the lovely sort of decorations that all the townsfolk are seemingly putting up in and around the various lanterns and posts around town. Fortunately, someone who will help you do glasswork kind of slips your mind as you get caught up in the beauty that is Redsmith. SQ, what would you like to do?
Sorry, I'm eating spaghetti.
Okay, you can roll spaghetti. Give me a performance check on that. No, just kidding.
Nope, I already almost choked it. It's a natty one.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, give me a perception. Or sorry. Give me what you're gonna do.
So right now she wants to go shopping, but she also wants to like check her bag and make sure all of her stuff is in there.
All your stuff
Okay.
still in there?
Does she know she has the lamp, or is that just like a thing that she's gonna see at some point?
Oh yes. At this point, as you open, you dig through, and you notice the lamp definitely strikes a serious memory in your head.
Esky's gonna pick it up and kind of look at it for a second, and then she's gonna look at Lonnie, and then look at the lamp and be like, "We had a friend. This is not mine. Lonnie, what happened?" Yeah, I didn't expect much. And she's just kind of gonna look at the lamp and maybe rub it, because she's heard you can rub lamps.
As you rub it, most interesting thing happens. Small squirrel pops out the end.
Holy guacamole, it's a squirrel. Hi.
It seems to be dressed almost identically to you.
Oh my god, I forgot about the squirrel. Oh my god. She's gonna just be like, what's your name? Why do you... Are we twins?
Just seems to be sort of putting its hands in its mouth, looking at you sort of back and forth. Not quite sure what you're saying or even how to understand. It looks back over at the bottle. It just does a sort of like a dive, and then boop, just kind of gets sucked back into the bottle again.
Lonnie, what's happening? And she's kind of like holding the lamp out at arm's length, like, oh god, there's a squirrel in there. How? Is the squirrel a genie? She's just talking to herself at this point. And yeah, she's forgotten about shopping. She's like just staring at the lamp, and she's probably gonna rub it again.
Right. You do so. Same scenario occurs. The squirrel pops out. It's kind of a little bit of a run around. Back at you, kind of confused. Another dive back into the bottle.
Lonnie, I remember something blue, but I'm having a hard time holding on to it. We'll figure this out. And she's just gonna take Lonnie and go back into the inn. She'll wait at the inn and just probably drink a little bit until it's time to go and stare at the lamp for like hours.
All right. You've made your way back there. And finally, we have... so that's that. Legis, what were you doing? Okay, you may be muted, Legis.
Sorry. Right. To be honest with you, I feel like I'm sort of just accompanying the other two on their shopping trip.
Okay.
And because at the moment there's nothing I need to buy, there's nothing I need. I'm just kind of sticking with the other two because they're the only people that I know in this city, as far as I'm aware,
Yes.
and waiting to go off to go and see this guy in the evening.
Right.
Right.
As you guys are maneuvering around town, looking for things, not finding them, finding things that you're not sure how are there. Not to mention tiny squirrel that seems to be popping in and out of a bottle. Nonetheless, over the course of the day, the city itself is bustling with a few inhabitants putting up decorations all around. A smattering of blue and of red and yellow, crimson and gold, just decorating the streets in this beautiful display. Children over by several of the posts are all holding on to one edge of these long strips of linen and all sort of dancing around the poles, making it very decorative braiding sort of designs. At this moment, it's getting to be around early evening. Probably
All right.
around the time in which you should go off and meet up with Monsieur de Grey.
All right. Well, is everybody in order?
Yep, SQ's gonna join him.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'll go with you.
All right. I got the address. Let's go.
With that, you guys enter in. Find this. Enter. You guys make your way up, following the address as best you can, asking a few people, hey, where's this, where's that? They all point you off the very large, very huge mansion of a building off to the north of Redsmith. As you approach, large iron gates slowly creak open. The guards standing at the doorway, which is really weird because all the other guards that you've seen in and around this town have that sort of the cover that goes over and shows. I've forgotten its name. I know it is. There we go. Anyway, most of them do have that insignia of Redsmith, but in here, or at least the guard that you see at the front door, seems to have almost a deep crimson colored, and the emblem is not so much the crossed swords, but more so of a tree sort of branching out.
Could I do some sort of check to see like if I can recognize what it is?
Sure, yeah, you can give me a history check.
Oh, perfect.
18. Strange. For you, it seems familiar, and it hits you. Yes, I remember. These are definitely members of the private guard, a faction of mercenaries that are essentially guards for hire.
All right.
As you enter in, guard ushers you in. A very fine, delicate, beautiful, rather expensive looking red rug can be seen beneath your feet, stretching out far up along a staircase. To your left and right, there are stone pillars and columns going straight to the roof. Seems to be theme, sort of a crimson theme to many of the furnitures that are in and around this place. Off to your left, you see a large hearth fireplace surrounded with a couch and a couple of chairs and a large rug. On the other side, a couple of couches, another fireplace with another rug and a large sort of bookcase. And there's absolutely no way at all that I could prepare for that at all. There's no way. Here we are inside of lovely villa that is Shadow's residency. And I think that would be one hell of a time right here. End the session. Oh yeah. Leave
Of
them
course.
wanting more, right? Leave them wanting more.
Awesome. So
Oh,
next
right.
session Tuesday
Correct.
at
Next
the same
session,
time.
Tuesday, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. seems to be the time.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
good
sweet
with
spot.
that. I'm good with that.
Yeah, so
Well, hopefully
Tuesday,
Reggie can join us next time.
Yes, I'm not entirely sure what's happened there. I really would like to see if there's something I can do to help. But nonetheless, I'm limited by my technology and location and my intelligence, I assume. But nonetheless, I will see you all. Oh, I better make sure I don't say that. I will see you next. No. We'll see you the following week on the day that happens to be the Tuesday.
There we go.